Hey, everybody. Really interesting chat today in the domain of AI driven RFP responses with Responsive. Ganesh, how are you?
Good, Evan. First of all, thanks for having me on your show. Super excited to be joining you today. Pretty good. Thanks for asking.
Well, thanks for being here. You guys have a really fascinating mission as someone who worked in sales for 30 years. I, like many salespeople, sales leaders, hate RFPs, and you have quite an innovative solution to RFP management and creation with AI. Before that, maybe introduce yourself, the team, the mission, and what does Responsive do exactly?
Yeah, happy to. My name is Ganesh Shankar. I'm one of the co-founders of Responsive and the chief executive officer as well. Responsive is a leader in strategic response management space. What that means is, we help our customers be more strategic when they respond to, like you said, Evan, RFPs, RFIs, security questionnaires, due diligence questionnaires, because a lot of our customers get these inbound of questionnaires from a lot of their external stakeholders. That sometimes it could be your investors, your regulatory bodies, customers, prospective customers, analysts. So our customers are bombarded these kind of questionnaires, and not just one person in different teams, and they have to truly require a village to complete these kind of questionnaires. So that's where we come into play. We help our customers to automate that whole response process. Hence, we are responsive, and hence our domain is strategic response management, helping our customers to respond to those various sort of questionnaires in a more effective, automated way. Of course, using our AI technology, it's even more powerful these days how we can help our customers.
Well, it's a great mission, and I'd love to hear more about what inspired you and the team to create this sort of platform and a little bit about your background that led you to this current opportunity.
Yeah, yeah. My background started my career as a sales rep back in India. Moving to the US, I became a product manager. As part of the product manager, I was helping my sales teams, in my prior life, along with my two other co-founders, putting out the right RFPs, putting out because I was a product manager. You can consider me as the subject matter expert when it comes to product. Similarly, my one of the co-founders, Sundar, was the subject matter expert for technology and then security. The third co-founder, Shankar, was the implementation manager there. So he was answering anything related to implementation and training related questions. So all of us were helping our sellers to be more effective. And sellers take their piece and then put it all together and send the proposal or an RFP to the customer. So I jokingly say this, but it's true. We don't have any cool garage story or a dorm room story like typical startup. It's truly an opportunity that we saw to automate our day-to-day, work in our prior life. So we went into the market to see if there's any technology out there to simplify our day job. We ended up coming empty-handed every time when we looked into the market. So that's when this light bulb moment occurred. Okay, that's an opportunity for us to take the reins on our own hand. This is in 2015, and we launched the product in 2016. Almost 8 years later, rest is history. We are almost approaching 550 employees worldwide, serving almost 2,000 customers. That includes 25 of the Fortune 100 companies using our platform today.
Wow.
So it is, it's a fascinating journey thus far. Still enjoying it and continuing to enjoy the ride. So that's my background in a nutshell, and that's how we started Responsive along with my two other co-founders.
Oh, congratulations. What a great story. So let's walk through how a typical customer uses your platform. You get an inbound questionnaire, document, a spreadsheet of some kind. Maybe walk us through an example of how a customer leverages Responsive.
Awesome. So you're rightly correct. You rightly said, when our customers receive an RFP in many different formats. It could be a document, it could be a spreadsheet, it could be a PDF document. So what happens is they upload the document in our system. Our AI, what it does is it analyzes the document. Our first product, it's a modularized product. We have a product that we call it as requirement analysis. What does it mean is it actually goes through the document. If it is a 500-page PDF document, right? You have to go through page by page by page. Imagine a world where, that one single line in between somewhere it says, this RFP must be responded by a veteran-owned business is different from shall be responded by a veteran-owned business. So one line, it has a significant difference. If you're not a veteran-owned business, you're ultimately disqualified for this because they are saying this has to be applied by a veteran-owned business. So somebody has to go with a fine tooth comb to understand what are the requirements. So now we have the technology to help them understand those key requirements even before they put the pen to the paper, start responding to that proposal. That's number one stage. So with that, the second stage is what we call as an intake, which allows them to make a go, no-go decision. Okay, so if this is a good fit, sometimes the requirement is good, but you know that is not the right fit for you. That is not the market that you operate, and you don't want to go in that. So you want to make an informed decision of go, no-go, in a decision. The moment you make a go decision, or the moment you make a no-go decision, you have to document it because you don't want your boss 3 years down the line and come and say, hey, why did we not pursue this opportunity? No, I don't know why. Whereas if you have a system like Responsive, now you're documenting it, even for the opportunities that you you decided not to pursue. That's documentation. The second layer, the branch of that is let's assume you decided to go forward with it. So when you decide to go forward with it, our technology helps you to draft the first draft of responses for that RFP questionnaire that you received. It puts together because you have used our system in the past to respond to similar RFPs, similar opportunities. So we know what is the typical answer for that. So our AI helps you to draft the first responses. Like I said, and I was a subject matter expert. The sellers can do all, or proposal managers can do this work, and then assign the pieces they are not sure or they're unsure if the answer is correct to the subject matter expert. It could go to your finance team, or it could go to your legal team. It could go to product team to check and verify the authenticity of the content that is there in the answer section. And everybody gives a thumbs up or makes an edit. And finally, the sellers will be able to export it in a nicely looking document. Imagine a world, right? Even if you think of a world, and you said, Evan, you've responded to a lot of RFPs. Imagine if you're working with 3 different people, okay? Just a simple use case. And one person using Times New Roman, another person using Arial, and you are using sans serif. And now, as seller, you receive, and somebody using 1, 2, 3 as a bullet point, and somebody is using Roman letters. Now it becomes your responsibility to normalize that document. You would rather be in front of the customer instead of normalizing the document, doing cut and paste of the document. So that is all automated in our technology, where you can distribute the work to multiple people, get it back with a simple click of a button. You get a cohesive document especially when you make a go decision. So I'll pause there. Happy to answer any additional question. Hopefully that gives you a picture of the platform.
No, it sounds amazing. I wish I'd had this 25 years ago when I was in a line position in big enterprise. But, many companies, I'd even say most companies, view proposal teams as kind of just another back office function. And you're looking to change that perception and highlight the strategic importance of this function within organizations. And also, the people don't necessarily get much love or support. Oftentimes it's a 1 or 2 person job. And if someone leaves, everyone's running around trying to figure out what to do next. So how do you see yourself changing this mission?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Evan. So typically, these proposal teams or bid management teams or tender management teams are seen as a back office. So we are on a mission to change that. There's an industry in which we operate called APMP, industry organization called APMP, which stands for Association for Proposal Management Professionals. We had a conversation with the CEO, Rick Harris of APMP, how can we move them from back office to the corner office, right? How can we make them more strategic? How can we? So fundamentally, we believe the work is done. The work that the proposal teams are doing is amazing work. Amount of work, amount of the effort that goes into curating the content is doesn't need to be siloed only in an RFP. We feel, and we are working with some of our customers to democratize that information that they're gathering for an RFP for many different use cases, so that everybody in the company can speak the same language, not just only in RFP. That can be when you reply to an email, because there is no RFP, but the prospect is asking certain questions in an email, but you don't want somebody to spin up their own content on the fly. So we are trying to help our customers to democratize that information and be more strategic about how they respond to these third-party questions that they receive, on an ongoing basis. So everybody in the organization speaks the same language. That will help them to mitigate the risk of miscommunication or misinformation, and fundamentally helping our customers to accelerate growth, especially in the given current economic condition. Every business leader is looking for an opportunity to increase the revenue, to increase the both bottom or top line and the bottom line revenue. So that is itself is a strategic move. I don't know when we'd be more than happy to share with you. We did a recent survey. It's called SRM report, Strategic Responsement Report. We partnered with APMP, and we surveyed more than 750 professionals that include sales, proposals, IT team, all the practitioners across US, UK, and India who influences things. That report was fascinating to see the results that came out of them, because a lot of almost 50% of these companies agreed most of their revenue or opportunities comes through proposals or through RFPs or RFIs. It's fascinating to understand that. So it is not a chump change for a lot of companies to just say one RFP. No, these are becoming major instrumental strategic initiatives to help them to grow the revenue. If you're not qualified in an RFP, your opportunity is dead right there. So our customers are trying to be more strategic on how they respond. Hopefully that gives you a little bit more color, Evan.
It does indeed. And it sounds like the perfect use case for AI, but how are you leveraging AI exactly? What are some of the AI-driven features that set you guys apart from maybe other solutions or, non-AI based approaches to this challenge?
Yeah, AI has been the core part of Responsive from day one, Evan. It is not, even if you look for some of our old case studies in 2017, 2018, you will find AI-based RFP software. At that time, our definition of AI was a little different. When I say AI was different, because we were using machine learning and pattern matching. Starting 2022, into the later part of 2022 and early part of 2023, we started noticing this generative AI becoming more commoditized opportunity, and we see, we always embrace these kind of technology more than anybody in our space upfront. We don't want to sit and wait. We saw an opportunity. What we did is we already have our own proprietary machine learning pattern matching algorithm that typically matches the best possible answer for a question that you received. It is actually coming from your library, because we know how you have responded to this kind of question in the past. So imagine in a world where that is coming, that is in a raw content. Now, it is different. It is written by a human being. It's a passive tone. It was not properly, it was not in the right message, was a little different. So now, with the help of a LLM, we have layered LLM on top of our own proprietary technology. The users in our system now can say, hey, help me elaborate this content, make the passive voice to an active voice tone, make the sentiment positive. So different variety of prompts they can give. So sometimes this is the user has given only 500 word answer, but the prospect is asking only for 200 words. So you are letting the AI to condense it, elaborate it so many different ways. Sometimes, or even sometimes AI can help you to draft the first answer. sometimes you don't know what to draft it. But again, we are very clear not to let the AI to hallucinate a lot. It is the content is actually coming from your own enterprise knowledge. It is not going to the public internet or anything like that. It is coming from your internal, repository of information. We rely on multiple sources to bring in the information and fine tune it and finesse it, and then provide or present you with the right answer for a question that you're about to respond.
Wow, that's super impressive. And how do you think about balancing, automation and the sort of personalized touch that, someone doing it by hand traditionally could offer? And, how do you think about errors and omissions or other challenges that, have always been an issue with these sort of tools?
Yeah, so going back to the report, Evan, it's also fascinating to see around 89% of the responders have said they've either implementing AI or experimenting on AI or evaluating AI technology. So that it is going to be inevitable. Integrating AI into the way we work is going to be inevitable. So the way we see it is, how can it help you augment to be better? It is not a replacement for sure. It is more of an augmentation of what the humans are doing to help find, like I said, we go extra length to make sure that the AI is not hallucinating. It's not creating its own content. So we have prevention methodologies that we have implemented proprietarily to not to minimize the hallucination. There is somewhere there's going to be some level of thing. So, but we have also built in the workflows along with AI to make sure there is a human review process happen. So it is not just okay, AI writes it, go submit it. No, there is a proper workflow. That is where we separate ourselves. It is not AI alone can solve everything. It has to be in combination with AI plus project management plus workflow management plus collaboration plus integration, right? AI is important, but you also need to manage it as a project. You need collaborative environment. That's the third piece, collaboration. And you need workflow engine to make sure this goes through the proper approval process before it goes out the door. That, and of course, like I said, you need to rely upon multiple sources internally. You may be having some content in your SharePoint. You may be having some content in Google Docs. You want one unified voice, but there are multiple sources. And sometimes you may not even know where the most recent information is there. So you are letting the AI to determine based on multiple signals, like what we call as metadata, to feed that in and bring up with the most accurate, or at least closer to the most accurate information that can be fed into the response area, and then let the humans to review it rather than humans starting from the scratch. Now they have something to review or modify. So it is definitely recommended approach from us to have a human eye post response process by the AI to make sure that it is in line with what the companies or organizations' messages want to be.
Wow, fantastic vision. So you guys are in high growth mode. What's next in terms of expanding your impact and hiring and growing? What are you sort of looking forward to over the next few months, year or two?
Yeah, so the vision for the company, even is this is the big hack for the company, is to truly transform how organizations exchange and share information between two. So that is, when you talk about RFP, there are two sides of the spectrum, right? There's a buying side, there's a selling side. Today we focus most of the time, most of our energy on the selling side, basically your responding side. But you also have to, we have to imagine there's on the other side, at the buy side, who are asking these questions or soliciting these questions. So the mission for the company is to build the world's most powerful information exchange so that both sides, the buy side and the sell side, can freely and confidently share the most compliant information for both the sides. So instead of eliminating the need for standalone emails, eliminating the need for standalone documents, it all happens, imagine, in a portal. So it's up to date. So that's one. But however, it is a staged approach, right? But we also see a huge opportunity even Everything that I just said is about companies reacting to a questionnaire. You started the conversation with, hey, walk me through when you receive an RFP. So that is an assumption that you received an RFP. Our technology already has this volume of this uh, crucial information in our libraries. What we are helping our customers to do is responding to those questions, I will put them in a reactionary bucket. You're reacting to a questionnaire, but you already have content. Now we are helping our customers to be more proactive. Don't wait for an RFP to hit your inbox. You put together all these things in a nicely looking format. Go talk to your customers and say, hey, we have responded to thousands of RFPs already. These are the typical questions that customers ask. Take a look at it. If you have any further questions, please circulate an RFP. We are helping our customers. It's even more prevalent in terms of security questionnaires. A lot of AEs are going through this pain point of last minute surprisingly finding out, there's a security questionnaire I have to fill. You don't have to do that again anymore. So you can build a profile center and proactively share with your prospect and have them take a look at it. So it's right now, the focus is helping our customers being reactive to become proactive, and eventually to become this information exchange platform is the long-term goal for Responsive, Evan.
Well, it sounds like science fiction, but it's here today. Congratulations. It's a long time coming, and you're clearly doing amazing work. Maybe, who knows, one day, maybe your AI agent will go out and talk to the customer's AI agent, and you won't even have questionnaires or documents or other things. But that's probably for a future episode. I'm sure you're thinking far into the future. But thanks so much, Ganesh. Really interesting work. Congratulations. Onwards and upwards.
Thank you, Evan. Thanks for having me on the show. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Likewise. Take care.